This is Gloomwood, an immersive, stealth action survival horror game set in a Victorian England inspired world. It's still in development, but there's a lot of content and it's very good. Gloomwood is a horrible place, infested with red-faced British people with poor oral hygiene, and it has one of the worst travel safety ratings of any country. Despite the Victorian setting, Gloomwood paints an accurate picture of what life is like for the average British person after Brexit. The country is infested with hideous abominations, twisted and frenzied with bloodlust and consumed with anti-immigrant belief. Gloomwood for the gloomy. Is that so much to ask? You play as the Doctor. You're armed with a cane sword, a medical degree, a dubious moral disposition, and determination. At the beginning of the game, the Doctor is captured by an order of misguided but well-meaning bigots called the Huntsmen. Sadly, all the Huntsmen suffer from stage 4 lung cancer due to the vast amounts of chroman ejaculate in the city water supply. It spreads to the lymph nodes, it's just tragic. Don't feel bad about killing them. They attack you on sight and, honestly, you're doing them a favor. It's better this way. Thankfully, a mysterious stranger with a green eye appears, tosses you a magical ring, and then opens the door for you to escape. The only guidance he gives you is to head to the lighthouse. And so you set off on a quest to do that. Unfortunately, the natives of Gloomwood hate outsiders. And as the Doctor is an outsider, basically every single person or creature you encounter will try to kill you on sight. But thankfully, you have a friend.
Need space to carry more junk in your trunk?
Grizzo is the mysterious figure that helps you escape your capture at the beginning of the game. He's a sweet little guy and is the owner of the Emerald Eye. It's basically a Victorian pawn shop. And he conveniently, and suspiciously, sells everything you could need for your quest. Ammo, weapons, all that stuff. But Grizzo is a greedy bastard. He knows damned well he's the only shop in town and gouges prices as hard as he can. Honestly though, I can't even hate. That's a true hustler right there. Gloomwood is full of horrible monsters, but there is one creature, far more sinister and evil than the others.
Hello, Doctor.
A woman. The Countess is the only female character in the entire game, and she wants you. Bad.
I'll be waiting.
I also want her bad. Grizzo believes the Countess to be the source of the evil corrupting the city, and you're the only one that can stop her. He sets you on a quest to collect the ancient seals hidden throughout the city so you can pass the barrier outside her mansion and kill her. But I don't think the Countess is as bad as she seems. Under her orders, the Huntsmen have largely overthrown the tyranny of the Gloomwood police force. This means no more raiding parties confiscating unlicensed kitchenware and scissors, and Gloomwood is a much better place for it. Combat. The combat is very simple. Basically, you just sneak up on things and stab them in the ass with your sword. It's a one-shot kill on most enemies, just make sure they're not wearing armor. You can also use the sword as a general non-stealthy weapon, but it kinda sucks, and the sword fighting just feels like you're playing Morrowind. If you can't sneak up on something, shoot it in the head with a gun. If you don't have any ammo, try dropping a metal crate on their head, or throwing a cannonball at them. You can pull off some very goofy things in this game, and creativity is your greatest asset. There's a bunch of weapons to choose from, but the best one by far is the flare pistol. There are 4 types of bolts you can use with it, but the only bolts that matter are the incendiary bolts. Enemies in this game are very silly, so if you group them up, shoot one with a little flamey bolt, they'll all panic and light each other on fire. It's beautiful. If you're a fully grown, adult man-child like me, then you might want to play it on Blood Moon difficulty. It doesn't really make that much of a difference, to be honest. But when I told my parents that I had beaten the game on the hardest difficulty, they were very impressed with me. Brexit has been hard on the people of Britain, and many have suffered. But thankfully, British cuisine has been preserved, and you can find tasty little treats even in the gloomiest of places. Baked beans are a nutritious snack, designed to enrich the soul and satisfy the taste buds of the average British aristocrat. You get a little suitcase to store all your baked beans, severed heads, and fentanyl in. You'll have to play some Tetris at times, but it's very cool and fits the style of the game perfectly. The best thing about Gloomwood is probably the level design. They're all quite open with lots of verticality, and it's really up to you how you choose to get through them. You could take the stealthy approach, sneaking past everything, occasionally poking things in the ass with your sword, and avoiding everything you can. Or you could take the rooty-tooty point-and-shooty approach by killing everything you encounter like a deranged psychopath. I opted for a bit of a blend of the two in my playthrough, and I had a lot of fun. But there's also another way. A way to channel the dark power of Fur Affinity to cheese your way through the game, trivializing encounters and skipping huge sections of levels. It begins in childhood. You've probably seen movies or cartoons featuring cute, anthropomorphic animals. This stirs something deep in your mind, something ancient, something primal. Before you know it, you're rubbing your red little rocket to some sinful, unholy things. But it's still not enough. You can still go further. And thanks to the latest update, you can. Kill monsters, hack their bodies apart using your bone saw, then haul the pieces back to your secret lighthouse lab. Study the body parts, and then using the right ingredients, concoct a serum. A serum you can use to attain your true form and reach the final stage of furrydom. The serums allow you to transform into monsters for a short time, granting you their form and their powers. Right now there are 3 serums, though the developers will be adding more in the future. There's the Capra serum, the Corvus serum, and the Vespis serum. The Capra serum turns you into a goat man. Enormous, powerful, the apex predator. In this form, you're basically invincible and you can rip through entire crowds of enemies, making any combat encounter a complete joke. The Corvus serum turns you into a crow man. This one is really uninteresting, so I'm just not going to talk about it. The Vespis serum turns you into a bat barber. This one is probably the most interesting as it allows you to jump extremely high and take basically no fall damage. If you're clever, you can skip huge sections of levels with this serum. This update has some issues though. Bringing body parts back to your lab is really tedious and boring, and I think the ingredients for the serums are too rare, which means you don't really get to make too many of them. I think their current design philosophy is to put updates out with the finished game in mind, so while some things might feel a bit weird at the moment, I'm sure once the game is finished, it'll feel a lot better. I had a lot of fun with Gloomwood, and I think what makes this game so fun is just how goofy it is. It doesn't take itself seriously, and there's just so many dumb ways of dealing with things. I mean, the gameplay is exciting, but what really makes it stand out to me is just how ridiculous it all is. I love it, and I'm really excited for future updates. Get this game, it's really good. Or just pirate it, I don't really care, I'm not your dad. But buy it if you can. Thank you so much for watching. This video was made to honor the life and legacy of Queen Elizabeth II. Lie high, sweet angel. You're with the Lord now. Follow me on Twitch, please. Please. Please follow me on Twitch.